Both authority and suggestion are on the same page about this. All right. Who am I to argue with my own brain? Okay, we're here. Yeah, we'll read inside. Let's just go near the balcony door. And now let's take a look at our Hjelmdallermann book.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Hjelmdal standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore.
Hell yeah!
Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Hjelmdallermann, the man from Hjelmdal, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair.
Naturally. Look at the back cover.
The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Hjelmdal saga. Meet man from Hjelmdal, his faithful blood brother Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet, for the Northlands, for Hjelmdal.
Okay.
Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Hjelmdal and the Necromancer's Treasure. Man from Hjelmdal, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Hjelmdal, the Curse of Nacht Hera.
Oh, so this is like an anthology series to catch you up. Interesting. Let's read the first couple of pages.
The story opens in media res. The man from Hjelmdal and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering wights, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses.
Ooh, spooky.
By nightfall, only the man from Hjelmdal and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
Wow. They're in trouble now. I like that I'm too old for this as an option. But no, I fucking dig this shit.
9, Tyribald. The man from Hjelmdal bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands, for Hjelmdal. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer.
Ooh.
And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
I've read enough for now.
The man from Hjelmdal stares at you on the cover, his face fixed in grim resolve.
Let's put the book away. All right, now let's see if we can talk to our dude. And there he is. There he is!
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
I got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
he replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That implies a previous conversation, doesn't it? Hmm. I didn't notice this option. I'm gonna go for this. Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up,
Beautiful.
he says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Is it Friday tonight? Feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first, I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Huh.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Gosh, what would I have done without that information?
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
It's sad. But I just found you.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Oh, behave.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Okay, only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
You got another skill point. Let's level up hand-eye coordination so we can try that that inspection task again. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's see, do I have... It's hand-eye coordination, right? So let's see what I have that will improve hand-eye coordination. Nope, 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 nope. No. Maybe not anything. So far nothing. Not a damn thing. I suppose I could take drugs. That will add to motorics all up, won't it? Just take some speed. I can't. Okay. Wish there was a shortcut key for this. Okay, 1 second. Okay, because of the way my setup is, I have to do other things to be able to click the stupid button, but we've done it. We've raised our motorics, So we have the best chance we possibly can have to correctly examine this item.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
All right, let's try it.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
And that's it. We can't upgrade hand-eye coordination anymore. Actually, well, it does say we can. It says we can only because we have temporarily increased our motorics. But actually, we can't. I don't think. Okay. Guess we're gonna go in. Ooh. Lots of things to click. Quarterly Business Magazine. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. Party Dragon's silk robe. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to this guy, and we'll look around the apartment.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
That was a useful interjection.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
And who likely relies on them. He must be some kind of official.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
This is an interesting twist.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Okay, suggestion.
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Both authority and suggestion are on the same page about this. All right. Who am I to argue with my own brain? Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all.
No, it didn't. What's an official like you doing in Martinaise?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stabilité. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Given the grips of inflation we're in right now, hard to disagree.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
What is this? International community.
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, par exemple. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
What?
Not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, I can examine it later.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Mind babies? Okay. And are you a moralist? He just said
Of
yes.
course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Martinaise doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinaise? No. Martinaise is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives an approving nod. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? I'm gonna keep leaning in here. Whether it's a good idea to do this when I need information from him? No, it's not. But democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
And you're telling me this world here is working out well?
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
So what are you doing here in this world?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Let's talk
Whatever
about
you
something
wish,
else. Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Huh?
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what did the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
This guy. How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
This guy is the king of obfuscation. You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
What do you mean?
Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but...
Yes, we're out of flyers today.
But now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
Well, I learned nothing. Didn't I? What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Guess I should know better than to ask a spy his business. What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen.
Uh-huh.
But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking you about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's a busy bee.
So they're relationship is, at least at the moment, impenetrable to me. Got it.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay, let's get to the fucking meat of this so we can stop talking to this guy. You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Well, that's... Good lord, that's a conclusion to leap to? Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Please just be more straightforward than you were answering the other questions. Meaning it was terrifying?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening.
Okay.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinaise.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
Fair. And how many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8.
It's a good estimation. And what happened next?
I went back inside.
Wait, so you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
And what happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy. I know this to not be true.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
You're right, that does seem strange.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch? Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Oh, that was a waste of time. It's... Oh, fucking... For crying out loud. Those are all of my questions, thank you.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM. A moment, officer.
Sure, I always have a moment for someone as helpful as you, bureaucrat.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Well, you honestly weren't very helpful, so I'm not sure if I care. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around in this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay. We'll see if anything that I find in the apartment makes me willing to ask him any more things. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. What's this? Samaran conical hat. That'll be hilarious to put on later. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. It's pretty obvious to me that this guy and the smoker on the balcony have a sexual relationship that they don't want to talk about. That probably is frowned upon for a number of reasons. Dishes soaked up in a pot, and finally, or not finally, an empty ashtray. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. Okay. Are there any other rooms? Alright. Seems like that's all we're getting from this interaction.